thing I want to talk to you about today is smoking weed. Okay? Gonna get into it. Weed, marijuana, hippie lettuce, ganja, whatever you call it. Do not allow weed, alcohol, a bad relationship, an addiction to trying to keep up with the Joneses, and buying stuff that you don't need, shopping, whatever it is, whatever your vice is, don't allow it to keep you from pursuing your higher goals. If your goal is to be financially free, if your goal is to buy rental properties, if your goal is to get a degree and become a nurse, whatever your goals are, like, that's what needs to be number one priority. I have nothing against marijuana for medicinal purposes. I have nothing against it for recreational purposes. An addiction to marijuana can be very harmful, if indeed that's what it is. If it's not just a medicinal or occasional recreational use, an addiction to marijuana, a dependence, is hurting you. No matter what you tell yourself, it's hurting you. It's holding you back. And you're the only one who can stop that. You're the only one who can change that. If you have an opportunity to change your life in pursuing a new career or starting a new business or any type of venture like that, and you deny yourself that opportunity because of your addiction to weed, because of your addiction to alcohol, because you don't have $5,000, because of your addiction to buying stuff you don't need, even though you get a tax return every year that's $5,000 plus, whatever the case is. If you deny yourself the opportunity to level up because of an addiction, you will never level up. You won't get there. And making excuses for yourself, saying that you need it because anxiety, or you need it because of stress, or you need it because demons you haven't dealt with. We all have those, every last one of us. The big guys, the guys who make millions and billions of dollars, the people who don't have to work anymore, and the people who work their butts off at McDonald's and 3 other jobs. Everybody in between. We all have stresses. We all have anxieties, things that evoke fear in us, demons that we have to deal with. We all got it. So, in my opinion, there's no excuse. If you want it, you're going to go after it, and you're going to make it happen. Allowing yourself to be held back because of an addiction to weed or alcohol or pills or a toxic relationship or shopping to keep up with the Joneses, whatever it is, I think if that is more important to you, then that's where you'll stay. If leveling up is more important to you, if chasing your goals, if moving towards financial freedom is more important to you, then you will do anything it takes to get there. You'll deal with the headaches of the withdrawal from not smoking. You'll deal with the anxiety and the stress and the whatever else comes with it. You'll deal with it because you have a higher goal in mind. You're thinking up here. You're no longer down here. You're no longer chilling, coolin', coasting, just worried about smoking and getting by. You're up here now. You're like, you know what? I gotta deal with this. All of this that I'm feeling. It doesn't feel very good, but I gotta deal with it. And I know I do, because I know on the other side of it is gonna be something great. And I promise you it is. Okay? If you're struggling financially and you're denied certain job opportunities, or you don't even apply to certain job opportunities because you know you can't pass a drug test, or because there's random drug tests and you don't want to deal with that, what's important to you? Where your priorities lie? What is it that you want to do? What is the difference that you want to make for yourself, for your family, for your spouse, for your kids? What is it? And then ask yourself if the things that you're doing on a daily, if smoking weed and all the money that you spend on weed, is that contributing to that goal? Find something else that is aligned with your goals and make that happen. Make that your new addiction. Something that's uplifting, something that isn't holding you back. I used to partake for about 10 years of my life, up until June 23rd, 2016. It's been 3 years. I stopped smoking weed for myself. I stopped smoking weed because I noticed the way it made me feel afterwards. I noticed coming down off the high and feeling a headache, feeling a lot of anxiety whenever I wasn't high. And then I began feeling like I needed to be high all the time in order to feel that cool calm. And I just didn't like that. I didn't like the feeling of truly being addicted, because I was. And making the decision to stop smoking weed, just period, just out of nowhere, stop, done, no more. And never looking back. That's the best thing I could have done for myself, because it's allowed me to be where I am today. I've done nothing that anybody else can't do, and I believe that. I've come from I've made some poor decisions. I've put myself in some pretty low points. I've struggled with addictions. I've struggled with being self-destructive. I've struggled with a lot of things over the years, but where I am now is only a reflection of my choices. That's it. I made the choice. I'm choosing, and I continue to choose to pursue my goals, because that's what's most important to me. It's nothing that anybody else can't do. But it starts with you making the choice to move away from whatever it is that you're addicted to. Whatever it is that's holding you back. Whatever it is that you're making excuses for yourself for. Cut it out. I had to face me. I had to face my demons. I had to face all the things that I was using marijuana to cover up. And I'm glad I did. And so, for what it's worth, I think we're all capable. And I'm here to help anybody in any way that you need some push, some encouragement, some information. I'm here to help.